But Kevin, lead me up to, your career path, all the way up to the point of you deciding that you want to get into real estate.
Gosh. Again, my first job out of college was working at Guess Jeans as a store manager. Was working a lot of hours. Really enjoyed it. Took a promotion into um, calling only on department stores, and so I was doing that for a bit. And then I decided I didn't want to be retail to define me. So looking back, sometimes I kind of wish I would have gone a different route. But but I moved into pharmaceuticals. I went to work for Cardinal Health, and I worked. To be honest, going through college, had very little experience in with computers. It really was. It wasn't the mainstay whenever I was in school. So it was. But my first job was actually with Cardinal was actually working in their IT department, and so I was actually learning and being a support desk analyst. And then I moved into team. Their title, I think, team lead, then supervisor of that department, then a manager, and transferred down to Raleigh, Durham. Working on site at Duke University, managing their inventory storeroom, and then I relocated back up to Columbus as a business analyst. And then I took a new job into pharmaceutical sales. To backtrack a little bit, though, again, my work ethic, I've always, majority of my, when I was in college, I had college and work, so two jobs. And whenever I went to work at Cardinal, I had time on the weekends. So I worked retail for a hot minute, and then I actually went to work for Dominion Homes. I was a sales assistant for them, working evenings and weekends. And so that was my first introduction truly to real estate. Outside of my dad was always, he owns 15, I think, rental properties. So I was always exposed to real estate, but not to that degree. So working at Cardinal, I actually worked part-time for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years as an assistant to one of the sales reps there as a part-time job. And then I went out into pharmaceutical sales. Was killing it, and then I was over in West Virginia and had a bad car accident. I was on a highway, and somebody came across the highway, hit my car, totaled it, and I was off work for almost 3 weeks because I got shingles actually while I was off work from stress from the accident, I guess, or the impact. And while I was off work, just riding in a car, was getting bad headaches, and decided to explore other opportunities and threw my resume out to a couple builders. And I had an offer from Dominion Homes and an offer from Bob Webb at the same time, and took an opportunity with Bob Webb. And that was the beginning of my real estate career.
So with diving in with Dominion on the part time side of it, was that just because it was an opportunity that worked with the schedule that you already had in place, or was it really that itch of family has some experience with the investment side, I like the architecture side?
To be honest, at that point, I was just looking in the paper, saw an ad, and thought it sounded kind of cool, and I actually really enjoyed it. I mean, I was pretty impactful to the salesperson that was there. I mean, I helped her sell houses, and they actually offered me a full time job while I was there. Which, looking back, I should have done that. That was killer money back then. I mean, still is for some of the new reps, but at that point, I kind of started getting a little bit of impact from my friends and family that, oh, you don't want to work evenings and weekends the rest of your life, yada
Huh.
yada. And so I stayed the path with Cardinal at that time, and I don't even want to say how little the pay was, uh, and how it could have been so much different working evenings and weekends. But I took a promotion at Cardinal and stayed there, and then with that promotion, I knew I was going to be traveling it, so I had to leave Dominion at that time because then I started traveling quite a bit more.
Yeah. It's always interesting, how we get to that point of real estate becoming our thing, right? And that was really just that small little taste based off of your work ethic of wanting to do more on the weekends and evenings, outside of your other job. And that so the